It is 12 noon at this point. We've got both of our judges in place, ready and eager to get started. We'll bring our Kentucky Brown Swiss 2-year-old futurity cow into the ring. And over on the milking Shorthorn side of things, we'll bring those spring calves, those junior calves, into the ring at this time. We'll kick off our milking Shorthorn and our Brown Swiss show. Once again, Brown Swiss exhibitors, we're looking for our entry into our Kentucky Brown Swiss 2-year-old futurity. Fairdale, we're looking for your timeout honey cow in our Brown Swiss futurity class. And here she comes. So we'll be kicking off our Brown Swiss show now with our Kentucky Brown Swiss 2-year-old futurity class. Of course, over in our milking Shorthorn ring, we've got our spring calf class. Over in our Brown Swiss Show ring, Judge Vagley's placed her solo entry here in our Kentucky Brown Swiss 2-year-old futurity class. Congratulations to our winner, Echo Hill Timeout Honey, exhibited by Fairdale Farms, Worthville, Kentucky, the Sparrow family. Judge Vagley, your comments on our futurity cow. Congratulations again to Echo Hill Timeout Honey, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Fairdale Farms in Worthville, Kentucky. She's the winner of our Kentucky Brown Swiss 2-year-old futurity. Now entering the ring in our Brown Swiss show is our Milking Yearling class. And over in our Milking Shorthorn show, our judges completed his placing in our Spring Calf class. Placing second in the class is entry number 6, Melkin Dudd's Lucky Luthal, exhibited by Melkin Dudd's Farm of Daleville, Indiana. And winning the class, and also first in our Kentucky-owned competition, is entry number 5, 3R Red Ruby Oh Yes, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our first class of the day in the Milking Shorthorn show.
Well, good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to be here at the Milking Shorthorn show for the Kentucky State Fair. This first class of spring calves, I'm starting out with a heifer that puts it all together for me the most today. I'd give her the advantage in her overall width and strength and her cleanliness down through her thigh. I especially prefer the way her tail sits down between her tail head over the heifer we have in second. Second over third, it's the strength, it's the depth of both fore and rear rib, her openness to her rib, spring and arch about her barrel over this extremely correct, pretty side profiled heifer here in third. Really like this heifer in third. She just needs a little more stature and strength to get over the bigger heifers in front of her today. Thank you.
There are 3 spring calves exhibited here in our Milking Shorthorn show. Congratulations to our winner, entry number 5, 3R Red Ruby Oh Yes, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. She's also first in our Kentucky-owned competition. Second in the class, entry number 6, Melkin Dudd's Lucky Luthal, exhibited by Melkin Dudd's Farm of Daleville, Indiana. And third in the class and second Kentucky-owned to entry number 4, Mohill My Friendly Fire, exhibited by Lindsay Logsden of Park City, Kentucky. Over in our Brown Swiss show, we had a solo entry and winner in our Milking Yearling class. Congratulations to entry number 2, Edgeview C. Florence, exhibited by the Sparrow family, Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Judge, your comments on our Milking Yearling. Congratulations again to entry number 2, the winner of our Milking Yearling class, also first Kentucky-owned animal, Edgeview C. Florence, exhibited by the Sparrow family, Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Now in the Brown Swiss ring, we'll be moving into our junior 2-year-old class. And over in our Milking Shorthorn ring, we are looking at our intermediate calf class, also known as our winter calves. At this time, now that we're rolling, we've got a few more animals in the ring, it's a good time to introduce our judges for this afternoon's shows. In our Milking Shorthorn ring, our judge is Rob LaFollette, who lives with his wife and 2 kids in Charleston, Indiana. Rob grew up showing Milking Shorthorns at local, state, and national shows. He judged on the dairy judging team at Purdue University, and he's judged at the Indiana State Fair multiple times, as well as numerous county and various open shows. He currently owns and shows Milking Shorthorns and Holsteins. So welcome to our judge, Rob LaFollette, over in our Milking Shorthorn ring. In the brown Swiss ring, certainly somebody who's no stranger to the brown Swiss ring if you follow our breed shows at all. Tammy Vagley. Tammy hails from Arlington, Wisconsin and owns Vogren Boarding. Tammy graduated from the UW-Madison and was a member of the national champion dairy judging team, earning All-American honors. She returned to the farm, caring for show heifers of all breeds and preparing groups for sales, and developed the creation of Vogren Boarding. Along with the boarding business, she's part of the day-to-day operations of Vogren Swiss, her family's dairy farm. Over the years, Vogren has earned numerous All-American awards and nomination accolades for their homebred animals as well as their boarding clients. Names such as Dazzle, Shenanigans, Woodsy Pink, Winks, and Wicked have earned these honors. Tammy's enjoyed judging many county, state, and regional shows in more than a dozen states, most recently the Iowa State Fair Open Brown Swiss and Junior Holstein shows, the Delco Classic, a variety of shows across the country, state fairs and brown Swiss shows. Tammy and Alan Spud Paulson have a son, Dakota, aged 11, and Dakota's already following in the family footsteps and has the passion of wanting to be involved in showing and trucking cattle with his parents. So welcome to Judge LaFollette and Judge Vagley. We're really delighted to have you here today assessing our milking shorthorn and brown Swiss shows. Over in our brown Swiss show ring, judges completed or placing in our summer junior 2 class. Placing second in the class is entry number 5, Knapp's Rampage Bounty, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Atoll, Kentucky. Winning the class is entry number 3, Rough Road Hersey Kiss, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Congratulations. Now in our brown Swiss ring, we are looking at our junior 2-year-old cow class. And over at our Milking Shorthorn show ring, Judge LaFollette's completed his placing in the winter calf class. Second in the class and also second Kentucky owned is entry number 14, POM Justice Ethel Dolly, exhibited by Sophie Franklin of Waddy, Kentucky. And winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry number 10, Molehills Inspired Arrogance, exhibited by Taylor Graves of Danville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our winter calf class.
Let's give these exhibitors in this winter calf class a round of applause. This is a heck of a class of heifers. For me today, it's a heifer. She caught my eye when she walked in the ring and takes the class pretty easily. She's got that hard top. She's clean. She's got the depth of both fore and rear rib. And where she really separates herself from this second place heifer is the way she moves about her ring. I prefer her set to her hock, and she tracks so much nicer on her hind legs than this really long-bodied, deep individual that we have here in second. Second place heifer, you love that length of body. You love that depth of chest and openness and cleanliness up through her shoulder. And it is that cleanliness that takes her over this massive heifer that we have here out in third. Third over fourth, it is that size and scale and width throughout, depth of chest and forward rib, especially width back through her hooks and her pins over this really clean heifer that we have here coming out in fourth. Fourth over fifth, overall size and scale. Prefer up through her shoulder. She's a little fuller in the crops. Tracks a little nicer than the clean dairy heifer that we have here in fifth. But a heck of a class of heifers all the way down. Thank you.
Congratulations. We had 9 winter calves exhibited in our Milking Shorthorn show. Congratulations again to our winner, entry number 10, also first Kentucky owned, Molehills Inspired Arrogance, exhibited by Taylor Graves of Danville, Kentucky. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned is entry number 14, POM Justice Ethel Dolly, exhibited by Sophie Franklin of Waddy, Kentucky. Third in the class, entry number 8, Heavenly Limeade, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. Fourth in the class, entry 15, Lazy M Livin' on Money, exhibited by Bailey Colmar of Glasgow, Kentucky. 5th to number 13, Hankassine Side Ride Revealing, exhibited by Lindsay Logsdon of Park City, Kentucky. 6th to entry number 7, Benter Franklin Cash Out, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. 7th in the class to entry number 9, B.H. Bender Jess, exhibited by Colton Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. 8th to entry number 12, G.E. Windy Hollow Bo Marley, exhibited by Kaylee Prather of Taylorsville, Kentucky. And 9th in the class, to entry number 16, Derriere Bender Miller, exhibited by Ava Ridings of Lebanon Junction, Kentucky. Now coming into the ring in the Milking Shorthorn show is our fall calf class. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, judges completed her placing in our junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class and second Kentucky was entry number 14, Echo Hill F Timeout Honey, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Worthville, Kentucky. And winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry number 10, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by the Sparrow family at Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge Bigley, your comments on our junior 2-year-olds. Congratulations again to those exhibitors in our junior 2-year-old class. Our class winner was entry number 10, also first Kentucky owned, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by the Sparrow family at Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class, second Kentucky owned, entry number 14, Echo Hill F Timeout Honey, again owned and exhibited by Fairdale. And third in the class, entry number 11, Fairdale Daredevil Aster, also owned by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Now entering the ring in the Brown Swiss show is our senior 2-year-old class. Also, we'd like to remind everybody, we started a new set of breed shows here. If you have somebody at home or somebody interested across the country that would like to watch our Milking Shorthorn or Brown Swiss shows here today, please remind them that they can watch the live stream on ringsidelive.co. Again, that's ringsidelive.co. They do have 2 separate live streams, one for each ring, so it's really nice. You can tune in to whichever show you're really interested in. And so if anyone's asking, they're home farming or they're interested and couldn't make it back for the state fair, let them know that they can watch our dairy shows on ringsidelive.co. If you turn your attention to our Brown Swiss ring, Judge Bigley's completed her placing in our senior 2-year-old class. Placing second in the class is entry number 16, Brothers 3 DLX Wiley, exhibited by Brent Moyer of Caro, Michigan. Winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry number 19, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Tammy, your comments on our senior 2-year-olds. Congratulations once again to the winner of our Brown Swiss senior 2-year-old class, entry 19. She's also first Kentucky owned, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, exhibited by Fairdale. in Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 16, Brothers 3 DLX Wiley, exhibited by Brent Moyer of Caro, Michigan. And third in the class, entry number 18, Blessing Foremost Gracie, exhibited by Anna Marie Settles of Clayton, Indiana. Now entering the ring in the Brown Swiss Show is our junior 3-year-old cow class. If you look over to our Milking Shorthorn Show ring, Judge LaFollette has completed his placing in our fall calf class. Judge, your comments on a really nice fall calf class here in front of us.
I agree. A really nice class of fall calves here. With that being said, we have a handy winner here today, a heifer that just overwhelms the rest of our class with her style and bounce, specifically up through that front end. I love the way her neck blends into her shoulder and shoulder into body, so much nicer than the rest of the heifers in the class, and walks on an excellent set of feet and legs. For me, it's close in the second over third. Today, I'm going to give the advantage to the second place heifer and overall depth and volume, openness, and spring and arch about her barrel over this really correct heifer that we have here in third. Third over fourth, it is that cleanliness and the correctness that takes her over this heifer that we have here in fourth. And fourth over fifth, I just prefer her thorough structure and our rump angle and the way she moves about her ring over this roan heifer that we have coming out here in fifth. A very nice class of fall calves all the way down the line. Thank you.
Congratulations to the winner in our Milking Shorthorn Fall Calf class, entry number 17. She's also first Kentucky owned. LK Legend Man Fabulous, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smith Grove, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 26, Old Bangston Wild Berries, exhibited by Greg Peters of Brownstown, Indiana. Third in the class, entry number 25, Sequa Bonby Man, She's a Dream, exhibited by Kayla Godwin of Daleville, Indiana. Fourth in the class and second Kentucky owned to entry number 18, Coral Hill Bender Raspberry, exhibited by Bailey Komar of Glasgow, Kentucky. Fifth to entry number 22, Molehills MF Stingray, exhibited by Ryan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Sixth in the class, entry number 21, GE Molehill Frank's Red Hot, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Seventh in the class, entry number 20, Benter Patriot Lyric, exhibited by Colton Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. And eighth in the class, entry number 24, Roselane Lonesome Whitney, exhibited by Ryan Atkins of Center, Kentucky. Now in the ring in our Milking Shorthorn Show is our Summer Yearling class. Okay, awesome. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, our judges completed her placing in our junior 3-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 24, Fairdale Kickstart Figgy. She's also second in our Kentucky-owned competition, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Fairdale Farm of Stamping Ground, Kentucky. Winning the class, first Kentucky-owned, also winning the production award with 33,049 pounds of milk, is entry number 23, Genlar Rampage Fine Wine, exhibited by Ridgeline Genetics of Edmonton, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our junior 3-year-old. Congratulations to the winner of our junior 3-year-old class. She's also first Kentucky-owned, entry number 23. She also wins the production award, Genlar Rampage Fine Wine, exhibited by Ridgeline Genetics in Edmonton, Kentucky. Second in the class and second Kentucky-owned was entry 24, Fairdale Kickstart Figgy, exhibited by the Sparrow family, Stamping Ground, Kentucky. And third in the class, entry number 22, Alpine Hills Kickstart June, exhibited by Caleb Lips of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Over in our Milking Shorthorn show ring, our judges completed his placing in our summer yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 31, Benter Dane Talented, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Winning the class and also first Kentucky-owned is entry number 34, Betnon Tanbark Mirabelle P, exhibited by Skylar Mays of Glasgow, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge LaFollette, your comments on our summer yearlings.
A nice class of summer yearlings here. And this heifer that starts the class, I repeat myself from the fall calf class, but a heifer that just blows you away with that front end and how clean she is up through her head and neck and how smooth she is over her shoulders and walks on an excellent sled of feet and legs. And it is that overall style and correctness that gets her over this deep-bodied heifer, roan heifer that we have coming out here in a second. I give the roan heifer the depth of both chest and fore and rear rib and depth of flank over the first place heifer. And it is that overall strength and width that puts her over the red heifer we have coming out here in third. Heifer in third, like to strengthen her up over her loin a little bit, give her a little more power and strength to place any higher in the class today. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to the winner in our summer yearling class in the Milking Shorthorn show, entry number 34. She's also first Kentucky-owned, Betnon Tanbark Mirabelle P, exhibited by Skylar Mays of Glasgow, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry 31, Benter Dane Talented, exhibited by Kevin Benter in Brownstown, Indiana. And third in the class and second Kentucky-owned is entry number 30, Benter Dane Monica, exhibited by Colton Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. Now in the ring in our Milking Shorthorn show is our spring yearling class. And over in our Brown Swiss show ring, we are seeing our senior 3-year-olds being paraded in front of us. Attention Brown Swiss exhibitors, we are in our senior 3-year-olds. We will be following this class with our selection of intermediate champion. So if you had a cow that was first or second in our 2 and 3-year-old cow classes here this afternoon. We need those animals at ringside to compete for intermediate champion. Once again, Brown Swiss exhibitors, next class in the ring will be our selection of intermediate champion of our show. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, Judge Vigley's completed her placing in our senior 3-year-old cow class. Placing second in the class and first Kentucky owned is entry number 31, Fairdale Sultan Alma, exhibited by Fairdale Farm, the Sparrow family in Worthville, Kentucky. She also wins the production award with 29,709 pounds of milk. Winning the class is entry number 27, KADR Kingsley Daisy, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Judge Vigley, your thoughts on our senior 3-year-old class? Congratulations to the winner of our senior 3-year-old class, entry number 27, KADR Kingsley Daisy, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. Second in the class and first Kentucky owned to entry 31, Fairdale Sultan Alma, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Worthville, Kentucky. She also wins the production award. Third in the class and second Kentucky owned to entry number 32, Nap Martini Allison, exhibited by Ridgeline Genetics of Edmonton, Kentucky. Fourth to entry 17, Top Acres Rampage Wren, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. And fifth in the class to entry number 30, Genlar Famous Wiffle, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. Now entering the ring in our Brown Swiss show are those cows competing for intermediate champion of our show. Over in the Milking Shorthorn show ring, Judge LaFaudet's completed his placings in our spring yearling class. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned is entry number 41, High Clay Lucky Superstar, exhibited by Cade Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. And winning the class and first Kentucky owned is entry number 40, Fisher Haven Tanner Mai Tai, exhibited by J.G. Springs Dairy Good of Liberty, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our spring yearling class?
In this class, spring yearlings, we have a handy winner here. A heifer that just overwhelms you with her overall style and dairy quality and cleanliness of bone. She has plenty of width up through that front end and really wide back through those hooks and the pins. I would like to see her track a little nicer on the rear legs, but too much style and balance to not win this class today. A little closer for me in second. The second place heifer, I do give her the advantage the way she moves about the ring over the first place heifer. And it is that overall correctness or levelness of her hooks to her pins, harness over her top line, the way she tracks on those rear legs to place over this really long-bodied heifer we have coming out here in third. Third over fourth, it's a cleanness up through the shoulder, levelness from her hooks to her pins, the way that tail head sits down between her pins, the way she tracks on those hind legs to place over this red heifer we have coming out here in fourth. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the winner of our spring yearling class in the Milking Shorthorn show, entry number 40, Fisher Haven Tanner Mai Tai, exhibited by J.G. Springs Dairy Good of Liberty, Kentucky. She was first Kentucky owned. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned was entry 41, High Clay Lucky Superstar, exhibited by Cade Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. Third in the class, entry 39, Molehill Mykola Firebrand, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. And fourth in the class, entry number 35, Molehill Cyrides My Spirit, exhibited by Emma Thomas of Campbellsville, Kentucky. Now in the ring in our Milking Shorthorn show is our winter yearling class. We have a solo entry here in our winter yearling class in the Milking Shorthorn show. Congratulations to our class winner, entry number 47, Heavenly Sombrero, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. Judge, comments on your winning winter yearling?
Yeah, a single entry here in the winter yearling heifer class, but boy, a heifer that could definitely stand the competition. She's so right in her line. She's balanced. She's square cut and plenty of width and strength. Heifer, I wish had some more competition out here because she could definitely handle it. A nice single entry in the winter yearlings today.
Congratulations once again to Heavenly Sombrero, entry number 47, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. She's our winning winter yearling. Now in the Milking Shorthorn show, our fall yearlings are entering the ring. We are still looking for entry number 49 from Aubrey Top. If you're exhibiting your fall yearling milking Shorthorn, she should be going to the ring at this moment. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, we've got one of the highlights of the day in our selection of intermediate champion of our show. These are the animals that were first or second in our young cow classes here this afternoon. We certainly want to reintroduce them to you. Our winning milking yearling was entry number 2, Edgeview C. Florence, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. There were 2 summer junior 2-year-olds. Our winner was entry number 3, Rough Road Hersey Kiss, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 5, Knapp's Rampage Bounty, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. We had 3 junior 2-year-olds. Our class winner was entry number 10, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by the Sparrow family in Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class was entry number 14, Echo Hill F Timeout Honey, also exhibited by Fairdale. There were 3 senior 2-year-olds. Our class winner was entry 19, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, exhibited by the Sparrow family, Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class was entry number 16, Brothers 3 DLX Wiley, exhibited by Brent Moyer of Caro, Michigan. There were 3 junior 3-year-olds. Our class winner was entry number 23, Genlar Rampage Fine Wine, exhibited by Ridgeline Genetics of Edmonton, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 24, Fairdale Kickstart Figgy, exhibited by Fairdale. And we had 5 senior 3-year-olds. Our class winner was entry number 27, KADR Kingsley Daisy, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. And second in the class, entry number 31, Fairdale Sultan Alma, exhibited by the Sparrow family of Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations to our Brown Swiss exhibitors on a beautiful young cow show. Attention Milking Shorthorn show exhibitors. Our judge is finishing up his placing of the fall yearling class. We should have all of your first or second place heifers here at the gate ready for a selection of junior champion female. Milking Shorthorn exhibitors, if you were first or second in your heifer class here this afternoon, they should be in the makeup ring ready to enter for junior champion. And over here in our brown Swiss show ring, Judge Vagley's sorted out her final four in selection for intermediate champion. Certainly hasn't been the biggest brown Swiss cow show, but it's a beautiful bunch of youthful young cows standing in front of our judge here this afternoon. Tammy, when you're ready, we'd love to hear about our intermediate champion.
This junior two, ladies and gentlemen, when she came out into the ring, she gave me goosebumps, and she's just so feminine, so long in that frame, has the advantage of being flatter, longer, and narrower through that rump structure than her reserve intermediate, in addition to just being more feminine and longer up through that twin neck. But this pair of udders, that's why this reserve intermediate made it close, because this udder, the longer she gets out here, she just have to admire it more and more. But she uses that advantage of the height, the fullness at the top of the rear udder, a little bit more openness all the way throughout over our 2-week fresh senior 3. But as I said, when a cow can bounce back and still look this good, so fresh.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of the 2025 Kentucky State Fair Brown Swiss Show. She's our winning junior 2-year-old, entry number 10, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by Fairdale Farm, the Sparrow family from Worthville, Kentucky. Our reserve intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old, entry number 19, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, also exhibited by Fairdale of Worthville, Kentucky. And our honorable mention intermediate champion was our winning junior 3-year-old cow, entry number 23, Genlar Rampage Fine Wine, exhibited by Ridgeline Genetics of Edmonton, Kentucky. Congratulations. Our intermediate and reserve intermediate champions will also be champion and reserve champion of our Kentucky-owned competition. So congratulations to the folks at Fairdale for all of their rosettes. Turning our attention over to our Milking Shorthorn show, Judge LaFollette's completed his placing in our fall yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 50, Almost Paradise Flamin' Zeta, exhibited by Milk and Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. And winning the class, and also first Kentucky-owned, is entry number 53, Molehills Tan Bark Ring of Fire, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our fall yearlings?
This class of fall yearling heifers here, I'm starting at a heifer that just overwhelms the rest of the class on overall size and scale. That length of body, depth of chest, and she's also the cleanest individual up through her shoulder and carries that cleanliness back through her hooks and her pins and down through her thigh over this roan heifer we have coming out here in second. Second over third, it is her overall correctness in her lines, hardness at the top, the way she tracks out on those hind feet and legs over this red heifer that we have coming out here in third. Third over fourth is the depth of chest, it's the openness of her rib structure and her levelness from her hooks to her pins and the way that tail head sits down between her pins to place over this red heifer here coming out here in fourth. A nice class of fall yearlings here to wrap up the heifer show. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the winner of our fall yearling class, entry number 53. She's also first Kentucky-owned, Molehills Tan Bark Ring of Fire, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Second in the class to entry number 50, Almost Paradise Flamin' Zeta, exhibited by Milk and Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. Third in the class and second Kentucky-owned to entry number 51, Benter Rosa Rose, exhibited by Colton Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. And fourth in the class to entry number 52, Derriere Avenger Moon Pie, exhibited by Ava Ridings of Lebanon Junction, Kentucky. Now in our Milking Shorthorn ring, we're going to be moving into our selection of junior champion of the show. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, we're moving into our older cow classes here, and we'll be starting with our 4-year-old cow class. And as our Milking Shorthorn heifers come back into the ring to compete for junior champion, these are the heifers that were first or second in their class. Their heifer class is here this afternoon. We certainly want to reintroduce you to those animals. There were 3 spring calves. Our winning calf was entry number 5, 3R Ruby, Red Ruby, Oh Yes, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Second spring calf was entry number 6, Milk and Duds Lucky Luthal, exhibited by Milk and Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. We had 9 winter calves exhibited. Our winner was entry number 10, Molehills Inspired Arrogance, exhibited by Taylor Graves of Danville, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number 14, POM Justice Ethel Dolly, exhibited by Sophie Franklin of Waddy, Kentucky. There were 8 fall calves exhibited. Our class winner was entry number 17, LK Legend Man Fabulous, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 26, Old Bankston Wild Berries, exhibited by Greg Peters of Brownstown, Indiana. There were 3 summer yearlings. Our winner was entry number 34, Betnon Tambark Mirabelle P, exhibited by Skylar Mays of Glasgow, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 31, Benter Dane Talented, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. There were 4 spring yearlings exhibited. Our class winner was entry number 40, Fisher Haven Tanner Mai Tai P, exhibited by J.G. Springs Dairy Good of Liberty, Kentucky. Second in the class was entry number 41, High Clay Lucky Superstar, exhibited by Cade Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. We had 1 winter yearling exhibited. Our winner was entry 47, Heavenly Sombrero, exhibited by Delaney and Riley Oliger of Hagerstown, Indiana. And there were 4 fall yearlings. Our class winner was entry number 53, Molehills Tanbark Ring of Fire, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number 50, Almost Paradise Flamin' Zeta, exhibited by Milk and Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. Congratulations to all of our Milking Shorthorn exhibitors. Attention Brown Swiss Show exhibitors. This 4-year-old class is the largest of our remaining classes. We'd like to ask you to bring up your 5-year-olds, age cows, and production cows to the show ring. Those classes are much, much smaller. So Brown Swiss exhibitors, as our judges working through our 4-year-old class, we'd like you to bring the remainder of the cows for the cow show up to the ring at this time. Over here in the milking shorthorn ring, Judge LaFollette's laid hold of the microphone, which is a pretty good sign. He's completing his deliberations here for a junior champion, and he's pulled out his final 5. Again, a beautiful lineup of heifers here this afternoon for him to evaluate and judge. We're very, very curious and eager to hear your thoughts and your selection of junior champion for our show.
Well, the numbers of the Milking Shorthorn show weren't large, but man, was the quality there. I've got a couple heifers at home that I like pretty well, but I think I'm just fine staying over here because I don't know if I got fast enough horses to run with the heifers that we've seen here today. So let's give all these individuals a big round of applause. For me today, not taking anything away from the rest of the heifers we have here along the rail, but I pulled out our pair of December calves, our senior calf, our summer yearling, and our winter yearling. 5 heifers that are all similar heifers to me. They're hard top, walk on a nice set of feet legs, clean, dairy, angular individuals with plenty of width and strength. So 5 individuals that I felt needed to be pulled out here today and recognized for the quality that we have here in the show. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to select my junior champion, my reserve, and honorable mention in that order. And when I do, please give them a round of applause, and I'll come back and give a little explanation once we wrap up here. For me today, this first place winner calf, she never gives you a bad look. I mean, so much quality and style. She's balanced. She's not the biggest heifer in the world. They don't have to be big, but they've got to be right. And when you look at this heifer, she's got plenty of width through that chest floor, carries that width all the way back. If I could change one thing about her, make her a little longer bodied individual, but I'm getting pretty nitpicky because I'm not sure the girl's got another hole in her. For reserve, it gets a little closer for me today. I'm going to give the advantage to the first place fall calf. I prefer that heifer up through her front end. The way she blends her neck into shoulder, shoulder into body, and the way she tracks out on her rear legs over this really long-bodied, deep individual on our second place winner calf. But heck of a heifer show, and congratulations to the winners.
Congratulations to our junior champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair Milking Shorthorn Show. She's our winning winter calf, entry number 10, Molehill's Inspired Arrogance, exhibited by Taylor Graves of Danville, Kentucky. Our reserve junior champion was our winning fall calf, entry number 17, LK Legend Man Fabulous, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smith Grove, Kentucky. And our honorable mention junior champion was our second place winter calf, entry number 14, POM Justice Ethel Dolly, exhibited by Sophie Franklin of Waddy, Kentucky. Congratulations. Our junior champion and reserve junior champion will also be champion and reserve champion in our Kentucky-owned competition. So congratulations to our exhibitors and taking home the rosettes in both of those contests. If you turn your attention over now to our Brown Swiss show, Judge Vagley's completed her placing in our 4-year-old cow class. Winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry number 43, Double W Cade Maiden, exhibited by the Sparrow family and Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class is entry number 39, also second Kentucky owned. Entry number 39, Riddle Me This, G.A. Lavender, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge Vagley, your comments on our class. Congratulations to our Brown Swiss 4-year-old class. Looks like we had a switch number on some of our exhibitors, so we're going to correct that now in our announcements. Our class winner was entry number 38. She was also first Kentucky owned, Shiloh F. Martini Tallow. She also won the production award with 33,109 pounds of milk, exhibited by the Sparrow family, Fairdale and Worthville, Kentucky. So congratulations to Martini Tallow. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned was entry number 39, Riddle Me This G.A. Lavender, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Third in the class, entry number 37, Edgeview D. Sesame, exhibited by Fairdale of Worthville, Kentucky. Fourth in the class, entry number 44, LIF Dynamite Mary Jane, exhibited by Melissa Johns of Chapel Hill, Tennessee. And fifth in the class, entry number 40, More Clothes Weapon, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Now in the ring, in our Brown Swiss show, is our 5-year-old class. Over in our Milking Shorthorn show, we are looking at our junior 2-year-old class. Back to our Brown Swiss ring. Judge Vigley's completed her placing in our 5-year-old class with our pair of cows. Second in the class is entry number 52, Rager Bros Richard Lilly, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. Winning the class is entry number 50, Hilltop Acres DD Jade, also exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Judge Vigley, your thoughts on our pair of 5-year-olds? Congratulations again to our Brown Swiss breeders. We'll now be bringing our age cows into the class. Sorry, I misspoke in our Milking Shorthorn show ring. We are having our futurity class in the ring at this time. And Judge LaFave has completed his placings in our futurity class. Placing second in the class is entry 63, Kundari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. And winning in our futurity is entry number 75, Hankassine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Judge, your comments on our 2-year-old futurity.
And the 2-year-old futurity here, we have a handy winner with this senior 2-year-old that's starting us off, and it's all about her udder. So much quality, veination, squareness, levelness to her udder floor, teat size and strength, and it is that quality udder that takes us over this deep-bodied, clean individual here we've got here in second. Second over third, it is that cleanness up over her shoulder, the way she blends her parts together. Depth of both fore and rear rib, and bloom about her mammary system to get over this cow here we have in third. Third and fourth get a little closer to me. I'm going to give the advantage today to the red and white cow and her width and height about her rear udder and teat size and placement over the red cow we have coming out here in fourth. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to our futurity winner, entry number 75, Hankassine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Second in our futurity was entry 63, Kundari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Third in the futurity was entry 73, also First Kentucky owned, BLT Bender Meadow, exhibited by Cade Huffman. And fourth in the futurity was entry number 68, Second Kentucky owned, Krause's Red River, Oh Yes, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Now we'll be moving into our junior 2-year-old class. Over in our brown Swiss show ring, Judge Vigley's completed her placing in our age cow class. Second in the class is entry 53, CIE WWJP Cincy, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. And winning the class, also First Kentucky owned, is entry number 54, W Richard Baltimore, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Baltimore is also the production award winner in the class and actually the overall production award winner for the show with 37,387 pounds of milk. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our age cows. Congratulations again to the winner of our age cow class in the brown Swiss breed, entry number 54, W Richard Baltimore, exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. She's First Kentucky owned and also is the overall production winner for the show. Second in the class was entry 53, CIE WWJP Cincy, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. And third in the class and Second Kentucky owned is entry number 56, DSKM Tally Volume, exhibited by Lily Phillips of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Now in the ring is our component merit cow class. And over in the milking shorthorn ring, judges completed his placings in our junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 63, Kandari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry 64, Kentucky Blue WH Adrenaline, exhibited by Elmore, Stump, and Gibson of Eminence, Kentucky. Judge LaFollette, your comments on our junior 2-year-olds.
Close placing here in our junior 2-year-old class. I'm going to go with the cow. She more level on her top line. I prefer the way she tracks out on her legs, and she's got that overall style over the second place cow. You get to the udder, that's where it gets interesting for me. I'm going to give the first place cow her advantage the way her fore udder blends smoother into the body wall. I also prefer levelness on the udder floor over this second place cow. First place cow's maybe got a little too much milk in her today, losing her seam, and I give that advantage today and udder cleft in our second place cow, but lacks the overall balance and style to get any higher. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to our class winner in the junior 2-year-old class in our Milk and Shorthorn show. She's also first Kentucky owned, entry 64, Kentucky Blue WH Adrenaline, exhibited by Elmore, Stump, and Gibson of Eminence, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 63, Kandari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Now in our Milking Shorthorn show ring, we are seeing our senior 2-year-old class paraded in front of us. And switching to our other show ring, Judge Figley's completed her placing in our component merit cow class. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned is entry number 61, Bodell Thunder Gemma, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. She's also our production award winner, 23,146 pounds of milk. Winning the class and first Kentucky owned is entry number 21, Double W Lamb Nina OCS, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Congratulations. Tammy, your thoughts on our pair of component merit cows? At this time in our Brown Swiss show, we'll be moving into our selection of senior champion. It'll be the first and second place cows from all of our older cow classes here this afternoon. And as those Brown Swiss cows come back into the ring competing for senior champion, we certainly want to introduce them once more. All first or second in their classes here. We had 5 4-year-olds exhibited. Our winning entry was number 38, Shiloh F. Martini Tallow, exhibited by Fairdale Farm, Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class was entry number 39, Riddle Me This, G.A. Lavender, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. We had 2 5-year-olds. Our class winner was entry number 50, Hilltop Acres D.D. Jade, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. Second in that class was entry number 52, Rager Brothers Richard Lilly, also exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. There were 3 H cows. Our class winner was entry number 54, Double W Richard Baltimore, exhibited by Fairdale Farm, Worthville, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 53, CIE Double WJP Cincy, exhibited by Brian Neerman of Brownstown, Indiana. And in our component merit cow class, we had a pair of those cows, and our class winner was entry number 21, Double W Lamb Nina, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Second in that class, entry number 61, Bodell Thunder Gemma, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations to our Brown Swiss breeders and exhibitors here today.
Four individuals in the senior two-year-old milking Shorthorn class, and a handy winner for me today. Cal, we talked about her in the fraternity. She's clean cut, she's balanced, she walks on a nice set of feet and legs, and a quality square udder. Veination all over, excellent teat size and shape and placement. It is that overall quality and balance that puts her over this big cow we have coming out here in second. The first place cow, she's cleaner over her hooks and her pins and cleaner down through her thigh and walks out on a nicer set of feet and legs. And when it comes to the udder, that first place cow just has more quality and seam today than the big cow we have here in second. Second over third, it's the way her fore udder blends into her body wall, and its overall udder size and shape, height and width about her rear udder over the third place cow. Third over four, prefer the third place cow the way she's clean up through their shoulders. She blends nicer than the red and white cow. Also the way her fore udder blends, and the fourth over the fifth, we talked about in the fraternity, udder capacity, but also teat size and shape over the red cow that we have coming out here in fifth.
Thank you, Judge LaFollette. Those were the reasons for our Milking Shorthorn Senior 2-year-old class. Congratulations to our class winner, entry number 75. She also is first Kentucky-owned, Hankasine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Second in the class and second Kentucky-owned was entry number 77, Kentucky Blue Rockstar Dew, exhibited by Stump and Gibson, Eminence, Kentucky. Third in the class, entry 76, Milk and Duds Supreme TT, exhibited by Milk and Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. Fourth, entry number 73, BLT Bender Meadow, exhibited by Cade Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. And fifth in the class, entry number 68, Krause's Red River Oh Yes, exhibited by Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Now entering the ring in our Milking Shorthorn show is our junior 3-year-old class. Over in our brown Swiss show ring, Judge Bagley's pulled out her final 3 cows in contention for senior champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair brown Swiss show. Tammy, your thoughts on your senior champion?
Ahead, but again, 3 tremendous older cows here. Again, senior champion on your first prize 4-year-old, reserve on the component cow, and honorable mention on your second prize 4-year-old. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the senior champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair Brown Swiss Show. She's our winning 4-year-old, entry 38, Shiloh F. Martini Tallow, exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Our reserve senior champion was our winning component merit cow, Double W Lamb Nina, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. And our honorable mention senior champion was our second place 4-year-old, entry 39, Riddle Me This, G.A. Lavender, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Congratulations. Those 2 winning senior champions will also be our champion and reserve champion Kentucky own here for the show, so congratulations for those double winners here in front of us. We'll finish our photos here, glamour shots as we like to call them, and then we'll bring back our intermediate champions to select our grand champion of the show. Over in our Milking Shorthorn show ring, our judges completed his placing in our junior 3-year-old class. Second in the class and also second Kentucky owned is entry 85, Mill Creek Money Sparkle, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. And winning the class and also first Kentucky owned is entry number 81, Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Judge, your comments on our junior 3-year-old class.
These top two cows, I switched them right here at the end. You could go either way. For me today, that first place cow, there's so much more cow. When you look at her, that width and strength, she's wide through that chest floor, carries that width all the way back. And when you get behind them, so much more width about her rear udder, especially right at the top of the rear udder. And I prefer teat placement over the second place cow. Again, it's close. This second place cow, I prefer the size and shape of her teat. I love how clean she is up over that shoulder and that depth and openness. Just lacks the bloom to get over the massive cow we have here in first. Second over third, it is that balance in her udder. It is that cleanliness and correctness to get her over the cow we have here in third. Third over four, more overall bloom, more quality about her rear udder. I do appreciate how clean this fourth cow is, and it is that cleanliness that takes her over the cow that's just fresh here, coming out in fifth. But nice class of junior 3-year-olds.
Congratulations to our winner in our Milking Shorthorn junior 3-year-old class, entry number 81. She's also first Kentucky owned, Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smith Grove, Kentucky. Second in the class and second Kentucky owned is entry number 85, Mill Creek Money Sparkle, exhibited by Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. Third in the class, entry number 86, Kentucky Blue W.H. Adele, exhibited by Elmore, Stump, and Gibson of Eminence, Kentucky. Fourth in the class, entry 79, Wide Open Lena, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. And fifth in the class, entry number 84, Almost Paradise Colonel Remedy, exhibited by Malkin Duds Farm of Daleville, Indiana. If we turn our attention back to our Brown Swiss show now at this time, our judge, Tammy Vagley's, had a chance to assess her 4 champions out in the middle of the ring in deciding on her grand champion. We certainly want to very quickly introduce those cows one more time to you. It's been a fabulous, small but fabulous Brown Swiss cow show here today. Our intermediate champion was our winning junior 2-year-old, entry number 10, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Our reserve intermediate champion was entry number 19. She was our winning senior 2-year-old, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, also exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. Our senior champion was our winning 4-year-old cow, Shiloh F. Martini Tallow, exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. And our reserve senior champion was our winning component merit cow, entry number 21, Double W Lamb Nina, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Congratulations to all of our Brown Swiss breeders and exhibitors, and a beautiful cow show we've had today. And at this time, Tammy, we're really excited to hear your thoughts on and your selection of our grand champion of the show. Congratulations to the grand champion of the 2025 Kentucky State Fair Brown Swiss Show. She was our winning junior 2-year-old, our intermediate champion, and now our grand champion cow. Entry number 10, R&R Daredevil Janny, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Our reserve intermediate champion will be our reserve grand champion. She's our winning senior 2-year-old cow. Entry number 19, Pit Crew O'Malley Patty, also exhibited by Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. And our honorable mention grand champion is our senior champion cow, who was our winning 4-year-old. Entry number 38, Shiloh F. Martini Tallow. And one more time, exhibited by Fairdale Farm in Worthville, Kentucky. Congratulations. These champion and reserve grand champion will be also our winning champion Kentucky-owned and reserve Kentucky-owned cows of the show. Congratulations. Turning back now to our Milking Shorthorn show, we had one entry in our senior 3-year-old class, and our winner is entry number 82, Benter Velvet Veer, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Judge, your comments on our winning senior 3.
Yeah, one entry in the senior 3-year-old class. A cow that you admire that uphill run, the way she blends her neck into shoulder and shoulder into body, walks on a nice set of feet and legs. You get to her udder nice teat size and shape and placement about her. Only fresh a couple weeks. Give her a little more time, put a little more rib on, help that fore udder blend a little nicer. But nice individual here in the senior 3-year-old class.
This time over in our Milking Shorthorn ring, we'll be moving into our selection of intermediate champion of the show. In our Brown Swiss Show ring, now over in our Brown Swiss Show ring, we'll be moving into completing our group classes. Any of the group classes that need the cows in them, because certainly we want to be able to get these cows back to the barn and milked out. So we'll be moving into our Best 3 Females class, Produce of Dam and Dam and Daughter class in our Brown Swiss Show. Once we've completed our group classes, we'll then move into our heifer show for the Brown Swiss breed. Turning our attention back to the Milking Shorthorn ring, certainly want to introduce those young cows that are competing for the intermediate champion title. We'll see our cows that were first or second in our young cow classes here this afternoon. Our winning junior 2-year-old was entry number 64, Kentucky Blue WH Adrenaline, exhibited by Elmore, Stump, and Gibson of Eminence, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number 63, Kundari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Our winning senior 2-year-old was entry number 75, Hankassine Wildside Refine, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number 77, Kentucky Blue Rockstar Dew, exhibited by Stump and Gibson of Eminence, Kentucky. Our winning junior 3-year-old was entry number 81, Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number 85, Mill Creek Money Sparkle, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. And winning in our senior 3-year-old class was entry number 82, Benter Velvet Veer, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Congratulations to all of our Milking Shorthorn breeders and exhibitors. out in our, back in our brown Swiss ring. We're gonna roll through our group classes here, starting with our dairy herd class. Judge Vagley's got one entry in this class, but it could sure stand a lot of competition out there. That's a fabulous group of cows out in front of us, and we've read their names all day long. Congratulations to Fairdale Farm. They're winning dairy herd. Judge? Congratulations once again to Fairdale and their winning dairy herd. Next in the ring will be our best three females class. Over here in our milking Shorthorn show ring, Judge LaFollette's pulled out his final three in contention for the intermediate champion crown. Judge, we'd love to hear your selection of our intermediate champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair Milking Shorthorn show.
Let's give these individuals a nice round of applause for a nice young cow show. I pulled out our first place senior 2-year-old and our two junior 3-year-olds, three cows that I think have the least amount of holes in them, but cows that are nice uddered. Talked about each one of them individually in class, so we won't talk about them again. But I'm going to go out. I'm going to select your intermediate, reserve, and honorable mention in that order, and I'll come back to talk about it here once I do. For me today, it's a pretty handy winner with a senior 2-year-old cow. She might not have the size and scale of these 3-year-olds, but she's clean cut, she's balanced, she's correct. She walks on a nice set of feet and legs. And when you get to the udder, there's not a whole lot you'd like to change about it. Quality all the way through, excellent teat size and shape and placement, and well-defined suspensory ligament. You know, for reserve, we're going to go with this junior 3-year-old and second place junior 3 for your honorable mention. Two cows that different type of cows, but they were close. Just again, love the size and the scale and the width of the rear udder on your reserve intermediate over your honorable mention. But again, nice young cow show.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair Milking Shorthorn show. She's our winning senior 2-year-old. Entry number 75, Hankassine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Our reserve intermediate champion is entry number 81, our winning junior 3-year-old. Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. She's also our overall production award winner for the show with 22,680 pounds of milk. And our honorable mention intermediate champion is entry number 85. She was our second place junior 3-year-old, Mill Creek Money Sparkle, exhibited by Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Our intermediate champion and reserve intermediate champion will also be our champion and reserve champion in the Kentucky-owned competition. Congratulations. Now back over here to the Brown Swiss show. Judge has one entry out here in our Best Three Females class. Congratulations to Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky, and their winning Best Three Females. Judge, your comments on our entry. Now over in our Milking Shorthorn show ring, we're going to be moving into our older cow segment of the show. We're going to be bringing in our 4-year-old cow class. Our older cow show here in the Milking Shorthorn ring is not real big, so we're going to start announcing a few awards as they come our way. We'd like to announce the herdsman winner in the Milking Shorthorn show. Congratulations to Kate and Colton Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. They'll be our herdsmanship winner here for the Kentucky State Fair Milking Shorthorn show. Over in our Brown Swiss show ring, our judges finished placing our Dam and Daughter class. Second in the class, entry number 68, our Dam and Daughter from Fairdale Farm of Worthville, Kentucky. And our winning entry is from Melissa Johns in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Congratulations. Tammy, your thoughts on our Dam and Daughter pairs?
Two really nice pairs here for Dam and Daughter. I'm going to go with our darker heifer, the
If you turn your attention over to our Milking Shorthorn show ring, we have our 4-year-old class, a solo entry. Our winning our 4-year-old class is entry number 94, Colson Johnny Lady in Red, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Judge, your thoughts on our winning 4-year-old?
A single entry in the 4-year-old Milking Shorthorn show here. Real clean cut, angular type of a cow, hard top, walks on a nice set of feet and legs. Plenty of venation about the udder. Would like to balance up her udder. She's a little light in the left rear here today, but quality individual to win the 4-year-old cow class. Thank you.
Now over in our Milking Shorthorn ring, we're going to bring in our age cow class. Back to our Brown Swiss ring, we're going to finish up our group classes here with our Produce of Dam. Congratulations to Fairdale Farm with their winning entry in our Produce of Dam class. Judge Vigley, your comments on our winner? Now over here in our Brown Swiss show, let our judge catch her breath and have a drink of water, and we're going to move her into our heifer show here. We'll be bringing in our spring calves. Our March calves will be coming into the ring in our Brown Swiss show. And over in our milking shorthorn ring, we've had one entry here in our H-Cow class. Our winner is entry number 99, Hardcore Lottery Fireworks, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Judge, your comments on our winning H-Cow.
Single entry here in the H-Cow class, but a cow you just admire that uphill run, that depth of chest, and she walks out on a nice set of feet and legs. She's dry here today, 6 years old. 5 calves, cow you'd really like to see a calf in here and see what that udder can do. But nice dry cow here in the H-Cow class.
This time we'll keep our H-Cow in there and we'll bring our 4-year-old back. These are the 2 cows competing for our title of senior champion of our milking shorthorn show. Back over in our milking shorthorn show, our 2 cows are out here in the middle of the ring. I guess you can place them either way, Judge. We're interested to hear our selection of senior champion of our milking shorthorn show.
Just 2 individuals in the senior portion of our milking shorthorn show, but still, let's give them both a round of applause. I'll go out, select my senior champion, reserve, and come back and talk about it. Pretty easy today for our senior champion, the cow that's in milk. We talked about her in class. She's square, clean-cut individual, quality udder. Over the dry cow here, again, like to see that dry cow fresh. Incredible frame, incredible front end and style about her, but just needs to be milking to get over our 4-year-old here today.
Congratulations to the senior champion in the milking shorthorn show. She's our winning 4-year-old, entry number 94, Colson Gianni Lady in Red, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Reserve senior champion was our winning H-Cow, entry 99, Hardcore Lottery Fireworks, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Also, congratulations, she'll be our champion Kentucky-owned cow for senior champion. And at this time, we're going to bring our intermediate champions back into the ring in our milking shorthorn show. They're going to compete with our senior champions for the title of Grand Champion. Once again, our intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old, entry number 75, Hankasine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. And our reserve intermediate champion was our winning junior 3-year-old, entry number 81, Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smith Grove, Kentucky. They're competing with our senior champion, our winning 4-year-old, Colson Gianni Lady in Red, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana, and our reserve senior champion, our winning H-Cow, Hardcore Lottery Fireworks, exhibited by Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky, for our title of overall Grand Champion of the show.
Well, the Milking Shorthorn show here today, I talked about it with the heifers. The numbers haven't been large, but the quality's been there, and let's give all these exhibitors a nice round of applause. We got our intermediate champions, our senior champions out here. Before I go out and select them, again, want to thank the folks from Kentucky to have me come judge the show here today, and it's been fun. I've showed them this show many a times, and it's cool to be back and on the other side of it here. So I'll go out, I'll select your grand, reserve, and honorable mention in that order, and please give them a round of applause when you do. It's pretty easy for me today with this senior 2-year-old intermediate champion. She's not the biggest cow, but she's so right in her lines and balance, and best uttered cow that we've got out here today. For reserve, it gets a little closer for me. I'm going to give this junior 3-year-old her advantage in the way her fore udder blends into her body wall and the levelness about her rear udder and with the rear udder over our senior champion. But 3 nice cows, and one last time, let's give them a round of applause.
Congratulations to the grand champion of our 2025 Kentucky State Fair Milking Shorthorn Show. She's our winning senior 2-year-old. She was intermediate champion, and now she's grand champion of the show. Henkasine Wildside Refine, exhibited by Peyton Tall of Scottsville, Kentucky. Our reserve grand champion is our winning junior 3-year-old. She was reserve intermediate champion and now reserve grand champion. Entry number 81, Lazy M. Lars Lucy, exhibited by Jeremy Kinslow of Smiths Grove, Kentucky. And our honorable mention grand champion is our senior champion, our winning 4-year-old, entry number 94, Colson Johnny Lady in Red, exhibited by Kevin Benter of Brownstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Our grand and reserve grand cows will also be grand and reserve of our Kentucky-owned competition as well. We also have some other announcements to make here, very important announcements to our exhibitors. The winner of our premier breeder banner in our Milking Shorthorn show. Congratulations to the group of Gibson, Elmore, and Stump. Congratulations, you'll be our premier breeder of the show. And our premier exhibitor banner will go home with the Bentler Family Farm from Brownstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Over in our Milk and Shorthorn show ring, or moved into our group classes here now, starting out with our dam and daughter. Second in the class is our dam and daughter group from Raylan Tucker of Shelbyville, Kentucky, and winning the class is our dam and daughter from Peyton Tao of Scottsville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our pair of dam and daughters.
Yeah, we're going to go first place with, you got the age cow. She's had 5 calves, and this nice yearling heifer here. A lot more size and strength, balance, correctness. Not taking anything away from our second place dam and daughter here. Just not enough overall substance and quality to get any higher today.
Congratulations once again to Peyton Tao with her winning dam and daughter group. We'll now move into our best 3 females class.
Three individuals in the best three females in the Milk and Shorthorn show. We're group here on our right, pretty handily winner for me today. 3 quality cows with excellent udders, plenty of balance and strength in all 3 of those individuals. It gets a little closer for me. I'm going to give the advantage to the group here on the left. 2 milking females in that group. Really like the heifers. Cow that won our class here, but really like these heifers, but gonna give the advantage to the group with 2 cows in lactation today over the group in the middle with 2 heifers. Thank you.
Congratulations to the group of Gibson, Elmore, and Stump in Eminence, Kentucky for winning our best 3 females class here today. Now move into our produce of dam class. I believe that's the last group class for our Milking Shorthorn show.
3 entries in the produce a dam here. Pretty easy winner with the 2 cows here that we're going to use in first. Talked about them multiple times today, but nice square cut, balanced type of cows with snug udders. Gets a little closer for me here in second. I'm going to go with this middle group here, give them the advantage on their overall maturity and correctness in their lines, hard over the top, a little more strength and substance in the group that we have coming out here in third.
Congratulations to our winning group in our Produce of Dam, the group from Gibson, Stump, and Elmore of Eminence, Kentucky. Second in that class was entry number, well, the group from Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. And third in the class to our Produce of Dam from Ava Ridings of Lebanon Junction, Kentucky. Congratulations to all of our milking shorthorn breeders. I believe that concludes our show for the day. Thank you to Judge La Follette for working through our classes. Beautiful show.